Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 78 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They'll look to throw here. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
They'll set up to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll drop the throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Preston Smith in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Check. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And here come the Redskins now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Slow. Z.
They go play action now. Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
First carry for Darius Geis, pushing through the contact. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Slow. Z.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gone!
They're going to look to throw. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Now let's go! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Gone!
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Miller. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Slow.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Redskins on 3rd down. 45 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep in the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Willie Henry able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Slow.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
slow.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So the Broncos coming out now. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And got his man complete. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
No, Jack, Patriot!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No, Jack, Patriot! Now let's go! Blue 90!
He'll drop to throw. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
How many times do we hear that third down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be third and forever.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slow.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And a short gain down to about the 33. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football, and we just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Slow.
On 2nd down, Taylor. Complete. Richardson has it. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Broncos in the hurry up, try to get to their positions and get set quickly. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
Here's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Slow.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. From the gun, it's Taylor. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Check, 4 down. Check 99.
From the gun, Taylor. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Josh Rosen with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucky 56. Gun! Don't let him breathe, defense.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. Preston Smith in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return is Henderson. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Set. Green 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Henderson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Here's Marquette King now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So out now come the Redskins.
Slow. Z. Hey, Mike's 50.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, got 4 now.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sutton. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Now let's go. 319. 319. All right, now look at 56. Look at.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey. Slow down. Slow. Z.
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it right side to Doxson. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Slow.
Dice receives the pitch, and now running right through it. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Z. Under.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Slow.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Ready. Flag for 2. Flag for 2. Z.
Here's Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Redskins with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got Smith here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. He can't avoid the pressure. pressure. Redskins get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Once more. Now a handoff to Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Taylor now looking to throw on 2nd down. Off to Geis on the screen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Marquette King now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Under. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. Airing. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
On the counter, it's Miller. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
4 down. Alert. Check 31.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Single. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go, G. Check.
Taylor. Setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Green.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.